Boy, what? And you grooming them, well, while I'm grooming, they be trying to pant in my face. It's like, nah, buddy, you gonna have to turn your head. Like, yo, bro, stink.
Sometimes they don't even have to open their mouth before we can smell it. Just holding them, we can smell it. Or you cross the room and you smell something, it's them panting.
Mm-hmm. And Debo, I feel horrible because it's my dog, but if he yarn, I'm like, you gonna have to get out. Debo can yarn and stink up the whole room. I wish humans could be more like dogs. If you think about it, all a dog really needs is a little love and happiness. Welcome back to another episode of Wine, Whiskey, and Tail Wags.
Hey, y'all.
Sierra, what we listen to today?
We are listening to the good old Michael Jackson. Don't shake your head. People gonna come for you.
Why?
People like Mike.
I mean, he alright. It's just that he alright. And I love old schools.
They ain't playing Beat It at that too?
Well, I better beat it. Today we're talking about dental care, them teeth.
Taking care of your pet's mouth. Very important, but something that is easily and always overlooked. Even people in the veterinary industries themselves sometimes miss doing their dogs. But it is very important because something most people don't know, 85% of dogs do have periodontal disease, which is just that extra buildup of the dent of the tartar on the teeth where it turns brown and it inflames the gums and everything like that. So if you're a person that can put it on your daily routine to brush your pet's teeth every day, that's awesome. But we do know that a lot of times with people's schedules, it's not always easy to do. But even if you're able to brush at least once or twice a week, that's amazing.
And see, I don't know if it's not always easy to do because you get up and brush your teeth. So you can, and I guess it could sound like a lot. Humans are lazy. They don't want to do it. And fool with the dog, knowing that the dog don't like it or, going to be throwing their
Some
head
people
around.
do.
Yeah, yeah. But, and I don't every day, me being fully transparent. I need to, especially me being a groomer. I need to start brushing him every day. Now, I got Debo, which is our Yorkie. I got him when he was 7. So I didn't necessarily, stay on top of his dental when I first got him. Now I try to do a lot better with his teeth. But it kind of got, I don't want to say overwhelming, but it got like a little bit carried away. Now his breath is so stank.
It's a small dog thing too, though.
Big dog breath be stank too.
Yeah, it's more common in small dogs just because their mouth is smaller.
I figured it'd be less stank then.
No, it'd be more because their teeth is bad. Small dogs' teeth tend to have more issues because, one, people tend to give their small dogs more wet food versus dry food, or it's just their smaller mouths are not able to, it harbors all the food and stuff in there.
Versus a big dog, his big mouth.
They drool a lot. Big dogs drool a whole lot more, so that also helps push some of the plaque out.
With getting a dental treatment at the clinic or vet hospital, is it expensive?
No, not necessarily. It's not one of those things where you're paying thousands of dollars for necessarily. Of course, it all depends on where you go. Every place has different pricing. Depending on the age of your pet, they might want to do blood work prior to it for more senior dogs just because they are going under anesthesia. They just want to make sure they're healthy enough. They might do it for certain puppies or certain breeds because certain breeds might be more predisposed to certain reactions to anesthesia. So usually they'll do blood work to make sure the pet is healthy enough to be put under. You set up appointment. Usually this is the perfect month to do it. If you're going to, you want to make sure you do it. Set appointment sooner than later because this is dental month for pets. So usually during this month, a lot of places offer discounts for dentals. So usually people try to rush in and get them in. And when going in for professional cleaning, usually they're scaling off the tartar, the large parts of tartar.
So it's the same thing as us getting our teeth cleaned.
Just like when we go to the dentist, literally, it's just that they don't have to put us under sedation for it just because we can sit there and we know to sit there and sit still. Versus a pet, they're not going to sit there and have their teeth clean. So they do. That's why they do the anesthesia. Cats do also get dentals. A lot of people they'll do their dogs before they'll do their cats a lot of times too. But cats they have teeth. So
does the price differ, cat dog dental treatment?
Yes, based on size. Sometimes it kind of just depends on where you go. Some places might have a flat rate. Some places might cost more. It kind of just depends on the situation. But usually, I believe it's based on weight because of how much anesthesia they might have to use or product and whatnot. They'll usually do a teeth assessment as well. So they'll look at all the teeth, front and back, 'cause especially those back teeth are the ones that people miss a lot. I mean, just like people in ourselves sometimes, we'll brush the front teeth, but we'll brush the back, but not as good as we brush the front. So they'll do a full teeth assessment to see if any teeth need to be removed at that time because the gums is just so inflamed and it's nothing but the root, or it'll just be healthier, especially for like older dogs at that point. A lot of times, especially like little chihuahuas, those are the main ones you see with no teeth in their mouth. It'll just be straight gums. And it's just because they remove it, which is totally fine. If they remove a lot of their teeth, it's okay. Your pet will still be able to eat. A lot of times, pets don't always chew their food necessarily. A lot of times they swallow it. So they'll still be able to eat. You might could just add more water to their food to soak it a little bit or add some wet food to it as well. Technically, you would want to get it done every 6 to 12 months. But if you could do it twice a year, that's perfect, especially for older not necessarily older pets, but pets that might have more periodontal, more tartar on their teeth, more scaling that needs to be done. They do use anesthesia, so that is something that you want to think about because some people they do get weary when it comes to anesthesia, but that's why a lot of places do blood work just to make sure. Groomers cannot do dentals. They will do teeth brushing, but it's not the same as doing a dental because a groomer don't have the know how to do anesthesia. They're not going to do anesthesia. They're going to do a quick little teeth brushing.
It'll be equivalent to, you brush your own teeth, and when you need your teeth clean, you go to the dentist. Same thing for a dog. To get their teeth brushed, you take them to the groomer, but when they need to get their teeth cleaned, you take them to the vet. Same thing. And it's extremely important. It can very easily overlooked, but your dog teeth is because they breath be stank.
Yes, it can. It is.
Boy, what? And you grooming them, while I'm grooming, they be trying to pant in my face. It's like, nah, buddy, you gonna have to turn your head. Like, yo, bro, stank.
Sometimes they don't even have to open their mouth before we can smell it. Just holding them, we can smell it. Or you cross the room and you smell something, it's them panting.
Mm-hmm. And Debo, I feel horrible because it's my dog, but if he yarn, I'm like, you gonna have to get down. That's how I think his Debo can yarn and stank up the whole room. Like, you need to stay on top of them teeth.
But some things you can do for home. For home care, ideally daily, but at least 2 times a week, once a week, at something that helps remove a lot of the plaque. Just like our teeth, when you wake up in the morning, you feel that grittiness. You brush that off. Same thing for pets. Usually that helps minimize the tartar. Once again, work with the pet to get comfortable. So some things you can do is use a toothbrush or you use a finger brush without any toothpaste, just to rub around their teeth, just to get them used to it. Play with their mouth, lift up their lips, rub on their teeth. Make sure you look at the back so you see what's going on. A lot of people don't look at the very back of their pet's teeth, which understandable, especially if you have a small dog whose mouth is smaller. It's harder to see the back, but that's where usually most of the tartar builds up the fastest. Dental treats.
Greenies.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't just give your dog a greenie and say, okay, they're good to go. Greenie, help along with teeth brushing and dental treatments. But greenie does help the little bones.
There's greenies. There's different types of dental treats. Each brand has their own. There's one under Purina. There's one under Purina. Pedigree's one too. The Greenie brand, Minties. There's different ones that are dental treats. It's just basically a tougher, harder substance that they can chew on to kind of help scrape off some of those things. If you feed your dog dry food, that's good too, because if they do crunch down on it, that also helps it. There are dental diets as well, so there's food that's specifically for dental care to kind of help with that. There's wipes, dental wipes, oral rinses. There's water additives that you can add into the water to kind of help with freshen the breath. But some pets don't always drink that. Some pets don't mind drinking it. So those are some things you could do at home. Chew toys, but just be careful with certain chew toys as well, because depending on the pet, if you have a big chewer, they might tear it up, swallow it, which can cause GI upset. Hard bones, another one that can be careful with because that can break their teeth if they're just chewing really hard and they're not paying attention. So just be careful with that. But once again, you have your dental wipes you can use, your rinses, plaque gels. The plaque gel basically is a kind of like a waxy substance that you rub on their teeth. It's good for like pets that can't stand getting their teeth brushed, but that just kind of helps put the wax over it so there's less likely to have that plaque attached to it throughout the day. Do you know how many teeth are in a dog's mouth?
I don't.
It's 42.
Mm-mm.
And cats have 30 teeth in their mouths. Just a little.
Did you know?
Yeah. So for the most part, it's not too much to when it comes to it. It's just practicing and just getting your pet used to it. Just like when you're getting them used to getting their nails trimmed. Wake up early enough if you need to. Wake up a little bit early, 30 minutes earlier. So whenever you brush your teeth, get your pet ready. Because if you get them on a routine, they'll get used to it as well.
And it'll become easier over time. Just like with anything you do over and over and over, the pet get used to it and won't fight as much.
Yes. So kind of to wrap this up, just going over some little do's and don'ts when it comes to the dental care. Don't use human toothpaste. So the toothpaste Colgate that you might use or Crest that you might use, do not use that on your pet because it can be harmful to them, especially if they swallow it. There are doggy pet toothpaste out there that have different flavors that they'll like, bacon flavor, cheese flavor. There are some that have mint, so if it makes you feel better to get the breath fresher, use that. Stick to dog toothpaste. You can use once again to kind of get them used to brushing their teeth, use the toothbrush without toothpaste just so they kind of get a feel for it, and then you can add on toothpaste. A lot of times the toothpaste, they enjoy it and they try to lick it off, so that's a plus for when you're using dog toothpaste. Don't clean the inner surface of their mouths, which is just kind of like the cheeks basically, because that saliva, they need that to help rinse off some of that extra bacteria. So that's why dogs do drool as well. Just kind of like our mouths, we salivate as well. That help push out certain things. Don't perform home care after a professional cleaning. So if you took your pet to the vet, at least you could do the rinse or something, but don't brush their teeth or mess with the gums too much because it's probably already tender from the dental earlier. So usually at least a week before you start back on your brushing routine. Do at least once a week. Home care is not enough for more advanced teeth. So if you see your pet has a lot of tartar, home brushing at home is okay, but you're going to need to bring them into the vet just so that if left. A lot of times if you don't do anything for their teeth and it just gets worse and worse, it can lead to heart disease and different things like that. Just like humans, gingivitis can lead to things. Pets can get gingivitis, and that's stemmed from periodontal disease, which is just the tartar buildup on their teeth. Everything's in stages, so you don't do something, it's just going to keep on make the situation worse. So dog treats, dog toothpaste, and teeth brushing.
And stay on top of it.
Yep. All right.
No, hold on. Because I know a lot of these people watching these videos is not subscribed.
Don't forget.
Yep. If y'all don't, especially if you like.
If you like our faces, like the video.
Something. It don't take that long to turn the phone the regular way and hit that like button. And then, and I know everybody knows somebody that got dogs. So just, send this to them. I'm pretty sure we probably said something or mentioned something that they didn't know, or even you didn't. Now, if you didn't know, you better subscribe.
Mm-hmm.
If we dropping game like that, now you better subscribe.
Dropping all these gems.
And please share it. Share it with everybody that you know have a dog or, interested in buying one. We don't want over buying a dog, buying a cat, grooming, dental, prevention. We got a lot more to go over. So, yeah.
Definitely stay tuned.
Join this journey.
Once again, happy Dental Month.
Happy February. Black History Month as well.
Yes, it is.
Black History Month as well. And you see what we got going on.
Yeah.
You see what we got going on. But yeah.
All right, guys.
Another episode of Wine, Whiskey, and Tail Wags.
Take care.
And as always, we thank you guys for listening. See you next time.
Bye, y'all.
I wish humans could be more like dogs. If you think about it. All a dog really needs is a little love and happiness.